Hi everybody, welcome back to Rune playing another game of League of Legends. I'm the Strategy Professor, and this is part of an ongoing series where I try to play support all the way to Diamond without a dedicated duo queue. Let's Janna, Amar, Janna. So let's go all the way down, grab wind speakers, grab this stuff, and then I'll put the runes in the description. Oh, sorry, I was reading over some emails for class. I was waiting on this to queue up. I'm also trying to make the videos a little bit shorter, just so they're, more concise. I can upload them faster. Just get the watch times a little bit more consistent. So I like Janna into this pick. What information did I know? I knew they had Bard and Renekton, and I knew that we first picked Yasuo. That's all that I knew about the team comps. No one else was hovering over anything. So I like Janna in general. I think if it's one of the top two picks, then you have to pick either Alistar, Janna, or Tahm Kench in the current meta, because they're good in almost any matchup. I'll say they're not bad into any matchup. Like, they're not always going to be awesome if you pick them into every single composition, but they're good enough. So Janna, has enough shields and utility to keep people alive in lane if you have a bad lane matchup. So if someone picks like an Ezreal or a Vayne, for example, a losing lane, and you can still make it out of it okay, and she scales very well into the late game, so she's good with most compositions. She's very safe, so she can be very relevant from a big distance too, so she's good at playing either from ahead or from behind. Alistar, he can heal through tough lanes, and he gives you a good tank and good engage. I know people on the channel, it seems like they really don't like Alistar for some reason. I think he's really fun to play and watch, but, the view count says it all. I think my most recent Alistar video was like 8 or 9 views, and I thought it was a really good game. So people just don't like Alistar that much, so I'm just not going to play him that much. Even though I win quite a few games with him. Because I'm here, I'm here to win games, but I'm also here to inform and to entertain. So I want to show you what you want me to play. If you want me to play specific champs, just let me know and I'll try to play them. Someone suggested recently Braum, so I'm going to release a couple of Braum videos today. I try to get in champs whenever I can. But there's usually a lot of Tahm Kench, a lot of Alistar, and a lot of Janna, because you can pick those if you are first or second pick. Once you start getting into third pick and you know a bit more information about the other team, if you know 3 or 4 of their picks, that opens up your selection quite a bit. I think Braum is someone that you can probably pick in the 3 or 4 range. I played a Braum game today and I figured out you really can't pick him first or second. There are a lot of champions that counter him really hard. Leona's one of them. And there's a few other matchups that are just really bad for him if you need point-click CC. Nautilus is someone else that you could probably pick early and get away with it and be pretty good. He has a lot of CC. He's pretty reliable. If they pick something like a Morgana, a Braum, or a Tahm Kench, it's going to hose him really hard, though. So he might be a 3rd or 4th pick. Dude, don't trade with him. They have a heal, we don't. God bless. Okay. I'm not particularly religious. I just want to throw that out. I just don't want people to think, I'm Southern, I'm from the South. This guy's like super religious or something. I don't mind religions, they're fine. The only reason I say that is it's just like something that's like a curse word that I feel like I can say and keep it relatively PG. I kind of got the idea from, oh dang it, what is his name? I used to hear him say that all the time. It's a very popular streamer who used to be a pro. It's not anymore. He has like the beard. Is it I'm a cutie? It might be I'm a cutie pie. Says that a lot. So I kind of heard that expression from him, and then I'm like, that's pretty good. That's something you can say on stream and not be that offensive, hopefully, but still express distaste with the situation. So I've started picking it up. It's a pretty good phrase for being mad, but not like being offensive. I don't think. I mean, some people might be offended by that, but whatever. That's just the current thing that I'm saying. I just wanted to clarify that. And I'm not trying to send a particularly like super religious message or anything in this channel. Although there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just explaining why I use that saying. It's because it's something that I think is relatively rated, PG, that can also express dissatisfaction with the situation. I try to keep this channel, PG-13, PG, I don't even know what that is these days, but, I try to keep it relatively clean. Even though I've realized that the vast majority of my viewers are adults, you know, 25 to 35. I just try to keep it clean. As much as possible. There might be occasionally if something insane happens where I might cuss, but a lot of times I'm able to control that. Okay, so we're definitely going to lose this lane. I really don't like Vayne in this meta. I've said that numerous times every time she's in a game. Basically, I remind people of that. She's just... She doesn't excel at anything. It just doesn't excel at anything. Like, it's a losing lane. So, you know, you're not going to do well in lane because you don't have any burst damage unless you pin them into a wall. You don't have any burst damage. I mean, you don't have any burst damage, you don't have good trading, you don't have good range, you don't have scaling that's any better than something like a Jinx. Or an Ashe, or really anybody. Like, your scaling's not that better. Like, the one thing that she's good at is breaking tanks. She is a little bit better at breaking tanks than some of these other champions, but... Now, she is getting hit by minions here. No, don't get me. Oh, that last little hit there. He's gonna get away. Actually, I need to get these. Okay, Shyvana's gonna get it. Good. So, yeah, I mean, Vayne is okay. So if they have a team that's like, I mean, she's good into Renekton. They had a team that was like Renekton plus, like Gragas jungle plus, I don't know, Braum or something like that. Then, yeah, 3 tanks, Vayne might be okay. But she just really needs a lot more love, like, and she's very, very high skill cap too. Like, she's really bad if you don't dodge everything with all of her Qs. So, she's very unforgiving. She's really bad when she's behind. She has no wave clear. So, like, right there, we should have been able to trade and probably win that. If it was any other AD carry, and we had him in a 2-on-1 situation like that, like, we probably would have killed him. But because it's Vayne, and she has no damage, she's really just not relevant at all until she gets her Blade of the Ruined King. Now, she is a better duelist than some other champions. She's a better duelist, so she can 1v1 better. Who's on the... Ollie? Okay. Nice. Oh, that was perfect. I didn't know Vayne still had flash. Oh, she didn't use flash because she didn't see the... She didn't see Ashe flash and auto to kill her before, so she still had her heal. Okay, well, that's unfortunate, but... And she has no wave clear, you know, the list just goes on. No, you were out! Like, run! God, what? Just run! Now, Shyvana does scale very well, so that's nice. Like, we're starting to come back. I think we have very good scaling.
Rampage. Breathlessly.
Yeah, Shyvana is a good champion. Oh, she's not played enough. I mean, she doesn't have a lot of CC, but her scaling is very high. She does a lot of damage, and she gets very tanky. Janna's very good with her, because I can slow people down, and especially when I get that boost item with Janna. Janna's also very good with the coin item, which is the item that boosts people. And that's really good for a lot of the champs right now, like these kind of tanky champs that have a lot of power but don't have a ton of CC or mobility. Janna's great complement to that kind of stuff. Like, we can definitely beat him up now, Vayne. What does Vayne have? Boots. God, those item choices are so bad. So bad. Like, Ashe probably has a BF. Well, she doesn't, actually. Let's go in Hurricane first, so.
As you wish.
She's probably gonna get him. Okay, we got him. I just wanted to go ahead and use it just to heal him up. I was hoping Janna would stay in there a bit longer than she did. I don't know how I got aggro off of that, but okay. Oh, I was the closest thing. That's right. They just changed that. Alright, I'm coming. It's gonna take a second. We're not gonna get the first tower, I don't think. First tower would have been better, but... I just saw one of them ward over this, so I need to go ahead and sweep that. I need this experience, though.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright, I'm gonna go for these boots.
With ease.
I like Janna. I think, you know, Janna gets a bad rap sometimes. It's just like someone who just sits around and doesn't do anything. Jeez, that Fizz is not rotating. He could have been there years ago. So I think Janna just seems like, oh, just a boring champion, you know, you just sit behind and just shield people. But there's a lot of things you can do. She has a pretty high skill cap, honestly. among supports, and I think she's really fun to watch. As I've explained before, there's a huge difference between an okay Janna and a really good Janna. And a lot of it comes down to her tornado usage. If you can block key ultimates, and just how you CC people and choosing how you use your skills. There's a lot of versatility to her. She's good in a lot of team comps. I mean, that's why she's an early pick. Yeah, so we got a call it going by getting those 2 kills bot. So Janna's very safe, as I've explained before. She can play well from behind. She can play very well if you're ahead. She scales very well. She's not tanky, but she can peel enough where the tank doesn't matter. You can get people out of bad engages.
Shut down. Swiftly.
Oh, well, I didn't need to do that, but whatever. Jeez, is our main person DCing now? I need to hold middle. Ah, crap, I should have rotated down there.
With ease.
I'm gonna be able to get it? Maybe.
Upon the wind.
I thought Vayne was going to go prime time there. I mean, Graves could be here, so that's a concern. Yeah, he's here. Dang, is he gonna get first tower? He probably is. I mismanaged that somewhat.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Dang it. Oh, did they get a kill off him at least? No, we're just late to the party. Yeah, we did get him actually. Okay, that's fine.
In harmony. Has been slain. With ease. As you wish.
Also, Janna is very good. Sorry if I haven't been talking for the last little bit. I was trying to focus on what was going on there. Janna is also very good at taking towers and defending towers because she gives AD, which obviously can affect towers. And she shields towers.
Breathlessly.
So she's just good at everything. I mean, honestly, she's just a really strong champion. I mean, she's not awesome at engage and she's not tanky. Yeah, see, Vayne's good at this. You can peel off of people. Yeah, they've got him covered, bot. I don't have enough, no, it's back up, back up, back up. need mana. Alright. Yeah, I want that, just so we can catch people out. Pots, grab this.
Double kill.
Jeez, that Shyvana. I think that new Trinity Force is super good on her too, and Blood Razor.
Upon the wind.
That's pretty funny. Oh, he's gonna die right there probably though. Oh, he got him. Got him, coach. How's it called healing? Oh yeah, that Rune Blade thing. God, she's almost got a full book.
As you wish.
You know, I need to tell my jungling buddies, hey, look into Shyvana. Skill. Well, at least this guy's pretty humble about it. He's not like, I'm the best player in the world. He's like, nah, this champion. Honestly, probably shouldn't be auto-attacking this so that I can run away faster with Mobies, but I do have the item. Is anyone rotating down here yet? No. Oh gosh. That's like 4 people chasing. Well, they're gonna get 2 towers off of it, so... I mean, Akali, do you really think we can do this? They split up, maybe. They're just kind of keeping him busy. I'm keeping him busy for quite a while.
Upon the wind. Your team has destroyed a turret.
I'm just trying to stall while Yasuo and Shyvana just get a bunch of towers. Yeah, I need to buy things. These fights are going on for quite a long time. I think I'm gonna get this thing. Try to get my way towards the Ardent Sensor. Sell that. That looks good. Ardent Sensor obviously extremely good on Janna. Another thing about Janna that I really love that's underappreciated, I think, is her speed. She's so fast. Like, you can just get places where you need to be. Like, right now I'm gonna be able to save her, potentially. Because I'm so fast. Alright, I need to go ahead and ward up this jungle. I assume we're going to work bot side next, because that's the last outer tower that's left. I'll get it right in front of his face. What you going to do about it, Graves? I'm clearing this. So scared, because he doesn't know who's behind me. That's the thing. And it's Yasuo. Yeah, he's out of there.
As you wish.
Yeah, I love some Janna. I think Janna's been getting a bit of love too. I think people are realizing how good she can be and how high the skill cap is in many situations. Because she has some respectable views on the channel. I think she's getting about 30 views, which is good for my, for the current time. As far as my League. I know League is a small part of my community on my channel, but, I really love League, and I know the people that watch on this channel do too, so I try to give content all the time. And eventually it'll grow. People figure out that this is good content, and you can help them by telling your friends. But I think people are starting to figure out that Janna's cool. That she's not just the sit back and, do nothing champ that some people may think she is. Like, she can do very well in these kind of, like, crazy situations where people are just not doing the right thing. And she doesn't die to try. That's the thing. It's not a risk, really, for me to show up and try to do these things with these people. Because I can always get away. Almost always with Janna, you can get away. So you can try, and you can help other people get away, too. Like, she's very good at the skirmish game, she's very good at team fights, she's good at a lot of things. Jen is just historically a good pick with Vayne too, although, for the record, once again, I don't think Vayne is a good pick in this meta. Janna's she's just good. Just pick Janna, watch Janna, learn how to play Janna. She's very good. She's very fun to play, she's very fun to watch if you're doing it correctly. You're not going to do any damage, because you don't get credit for the damage. Your AD carry gets credit for the damage when you put the shield on him. So you're not going to do any sexy damage as Janna. You're going to get a lot of assists, though, so that's a lot of money that you can use, which is fun. He's just goofing around now.
Killing spree.
Those chatters cracking me up. So I will break out some Bard games. I'm going to release a couple, or not Bard. I may not break out some Bard games unless you really want to see it. I'm not a great Bard player. I just haven't practiced him a lot. He's the kind of champion where you really have to play him a ton. I just don't even think he's that great in solo queue. It just requires too much coordination with your teammates. But Braum, that's what I meant to say. So I am going to post up a couple of Braum games today. He is very good in this meta. I just don't think you can pick him in the top 3. But, so, it's Janna, Alistar, and Tahm Kench are champs that you can pick in your first couple of picks when you know almost nothing about either comp. Because they're decent in most comps. I think Janna's probably my favorite support right now, honestly. Tahm Kench was really good last patch, and I still like him with some matchups, for sure. But AD carries are very strong now, especially auto attack AD carries like Jinx. Ashe is still really good. Who else? Caitlyn's really good. All of these champions scale very well with that that on hit item, and she's just so good. Like, it's a tower taking meta as well, because now you get first blood for towers, and you can do a lot more damage to them, early on. That means that she's probably the best support right now at taking towers ever since they nerfed Trundle's ability to chomp towers. Yeah, a lot of people are picking Powerhouse, 80 damage picks that don't have a lot of CC that really benefit from speed quite a lot. So I'm thinking of Yasuo, Shyvana, Gnar, things like that are really in vogue. Lots of people are skirmishing. That just happens in solo queue a lot. People just break out in these old TV2s and they try to go places they shouldn't be, and they're just in the wrong spot. She, of course, helps peel off of that. She's very fast. And as I explained, you can get away. So you can actually show up to these insane situations where with any other support, if you showed up with like a Tom Kench or something and tried to save somebody out of these situations, you know, there's a high probability you're going to die. With Alistar, you're probably going to die. But with Janna, she's so fast and has so much peel while she's on the move, so she can tornado behind her and keep moving. And her W just gives her a lot of base speed. So because she's so fast, you can actually show up and try to salvage really dangerous situations and still get out and not die yourself. You know, even if it's a terrible situation. Whereas with other supports, you have to let it go. You can't even try. So most of the time, they will still die if it's a terrible situation, but there might be some where you get them out as Janna. You know, so you're able to take that risk because it's a lot of the death risk is mitigated because you can get away. So she scales really well with popular ADCs right now. She's great at taking towers. She's great at defending towers. She's really fast. She can get where she needs to be. She can defend people in bad situations where other supports couldn't do it without being too risky. Item scaling. She's decent in lane. Now, she's not going to be a bully. She's not going to get a lot of kills in lane, but they're not going to get kills on you either. So she's a good push lane, nice defense. She can play very well from behind. She can play very well when ahead. She's very safe. And she has lots of playmaking potential. So you can do things like, interrupt an Akali mid-jump. If she's jumping with her ultimate, you can interrupt Shyvana with her tornado. You can interrupt the Lee Sin Q with the tornado. You can interrupt Jarvan combo with tornado. You can do a lot of things. You can stop a Katarina from channeling with the tornado. There's all sorts of things you can do with her that are very powerful. So her only real drawback is you're not going to get a lot of kills in lane. She's not super aggressive in lane. I don't think laning phase matters nearly as much as it has in the past. Like, it's good, but people get to level 6 and start rotating so quickly nowadays that it just really doesn't matter as much. I mean, if you watch some of my Zyra games, I have lots of good Zyra games on the channel. I think I have 7 or 8 Zyra games that are pretty good. Zyra is the ultimate lane domination, but if you play her correctly, but she has a really hard time with flanking, skirmishing, that type of thing, and that's what Janna excels at. And I win many more games with Janna than I do with Zyra. I mean, Zyra's fun. She's sexy to watch. She blows people up. She zeroes them out. Janna just wins games. She gets W's. And I think she just has so much flexibility from a strategic standpoint that, I mean, I know I've sung Janna's praises. Earlier this patch, I did complain why I wasn't playing her as much. It's because she is very heavily reliant on AD carries, right? So if your AD carry's not doing good, not doing well, then that means that you can't get that item that gives the on-hit damage, and it's not going to be as effective. But now that people are transitioning to more auto-attack based champions, or at least AD based champions, such as Yasuo, then that makes her shield even better, and that makes that item still relevant. So even if our AD carry is not doing well, that on-hit item would have still been good. I could have bought it, but we had just pretty much won the game by the time I could have bought it. It was that quick. But that's what I was going for, and it would still be very good because Shyvana procs on-hit damage with her double fangs, Akali procs on-hit damage with her autos, and so does Yasuo. So we're moving away from these kind of, it feels like these kind of squishy mage champions and mage top champions like Rumble. I don't guess Rumble has been popular for years, really, but we're moving away from those, and we're moving into champions that can proc the on-hit damage. So that way, even if your AD carry is not having a great game, she can still be relevant. Lots more skirmishes. So yeah, I just think the meta has evolved to where Janna is extremely strong right now. So I like her. I think she's a great, if you're just wanting to know champions you can play in the first couple of picks when you don't know a lot of info, Janna, Alistar, Tom. And I think Janna's at the top of the list. And then probably Alistar, and then Tom. So Alistar is really good if you need engage, and I will still play some more Alistar. I know I have at least one fan out there who likes Alistar that's a sub, but I have about 9 Alistar videos right now, and the last one, like I said, only has like 8 or 9 views, whereas like the last Janna that I did, I think has 30 or something like that. The last Tom Quint that I did has 30. So, 30s are pretty good. Like, I feel comfortable with 30s. That tells me, we have 200 subs, probably 30 of them, 20, 30 of them like League of Legends. That means that a lot of people are enjoying those videos. So it's just, Alistar doesn't seem super popular, but I will still play him some. But that's going to be it for this video. Let me know if you what you want me to play next. If there's a specific champion you want me to try out. I will still definitely do lots of Janna, lots of Tahm Kench. I will do more Braum. I like Braum, especially if we have a Lucian on the team. It's awesome with Lucian. And just there's a few other champions and synergies that Braum has where I'll break him out, maybe 3rd or 4th pick about the chance. I will still do Zyra on occasion just because I know people enjoy seeing those games, but it really has to be, Zyra has to be a 5th pick. You have to be very confident that she's going to be right for your team. So she can win lane, and I do win lane the vast majority of the time that I pick Zyra. It's just you have to make sure they don't have assassins, and they don't have a lot of flanking power, and that you have good CC on your team so that you can follow up. Zyra's not great at initiating, but she's great at following up and zeroing people out. So, like, for instance, Ashe, very good with Zyra because Ashe can ult, and then you just blow them up with Zyra, boom, gone. So Ashe is a good champion, and there's other champions that have good CC initiation, like Sejuani, Amumu, things like that. But anyways, thank you very much. It's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed this, please check out the other videos on the channel. We have lots of Janna, lots of Tahm Kench, Zyra, some Nami. We have a little bit of everybody on the channel. Check them out. And if you like League of Legends, you might like watching the quick battles for Total War Warhammer. I have a lot of Warhammer content on the channel. I'm doing a ton of quick battles these days. I'm trying to see if I can break into the top 100. I'm in the 700s right now. So I'm hoping within a few weeks I can probably break in the top 100. But I think I break it down and explain the strategic elements well enough to where you can understand it, even if you don't know a ton about Warhammer or Total War. I think those are a lot of fun to watch. And I have legendary campaigns, so if you want to know more about the game, you enjoy the quick battles, you can go watch the campaigns where I make decisions on how to build cities, where to move on the campaign map, and there's still lots of good battles because I don't abuse the auto-resolve system, so just about every single episode has at least one good solid battle in it, and many of them have multiple battles. So, and I always put the battles in the description, so even if you don't want to watch the entire thing, you don't want to watch me manage my cities and things like that, you can just go in and watch the battles, and just... I think it's kind of cool just to follow the campaign, the narrative. You start to love some heroes and lores, and you start to develop arch rivalries with other factions on the campaign. It's a lot of fun. I love it. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. It takes a bit of patience. It is a strategy game. But at least the quick battles are pretty cool if you're waiting on the next League of Legends episode and you just want to try something out that's a little bit different. I think those are fun to watch. So that's going to be it. Thank you very much. If you watch a ton of videos on this channel, 5-10 videos, consider subscribing, liking, commenting, telling your friends, anything you can do. If you enjoy the content a lot, because I'm still a small channel, still trying to grow, and every single sub, every single like, every single comment truly helps out a ton. So anything you can do to throw in, I greatly appreciate. I'm going to start streaming soon. I need to figure out how that works and how it's going to work with the channel. So if I can stream and also record that and then show it as channel videos, I think I can do that. I'm kind of an old fogey. I'm 32. I just have to figure out the technology and get comfortable with it. But I will start streaming soon, and I'm going to start putting some bells and whistles on videos soon as I can figure out video editing. So I'll have a little introduction, and I'll have like a, conclusion screen with, a subscribe button and links to other videos, and I'll try to make it as cool as I can, but it's going to take a bit to develop some of that stuff, but it will be coming soon. I know my channel's kind of bare bones right now. I just spend so much time cranking the content. I have 330 videos in about 3 months, so I really do crank it with a lot of my spare time that I have. I try to make videos, and that's why I can produce so many, because I don't have to do a lot of the bells and whistles. But I want to give you the bells and whistles, and I'll find a fast, efficient way to do it. So stay tuned, coming soon. And thank you very much. It's always a pleasure broadcasting for you. And I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful evening.